What's up? I don't normally talk about this stuff for a reason, but I will mention an idea that I had with relation to false flag events. I don't know why I'm tired right now. I should be awake. But I'll hide my tiredness behind my glasses, so you won't know. Sorry for the wobbles. Not really too sorry about that. I'm grateful that I don't have to hold the phone. I can play with my beard and steer and whatnot. Oh, false flag events. Okay, so there's always one distinguishing factor. If you are a human that is somewhere on the surface of the planet, plane, realm, dreamscape, Xbox. I don't want to name off all the possible names for this area, but if you're a human that is here, let's call it here, you fall into one of two categories, and that is you were either direct witness to this event, or you heard it through some other means. So you heard it through a friend. You heard it on the television. You saw it and heard it on the television. You heard it on the radio. You saw it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any of these social media sites, which are now becoming the main news sites, except for the old people that still like reading newspapers. So unless you were there, physically present to this event, then you weren't there. So you were there or you weren't there. So if you were there, okay, you have a better idea of what happened. Better. Okay, you have a better picture of what happened. If you weren't there, you're talking out your ass. You have no fucking clue. Unless you were involved in the bidding and the contracting and the planning. We're speaking as if this was a false flag, not an actual event. So unless you were involved in the planning of said event, or the fallout, or the money repercussions in any of the ways which they would go, then you don't know what you're talking about. Unless you actually had a friend who you trust, who was there, and the friend said, hey, XYZ happened, I was there, then you would apply your own discernment to that situation. See, because this is just gossip. It's gossip. When I was working at the casino, I'd be sitting in the break room with a couple of other, whatever you call people that you work with, coworkers, I don't know, fellow employees, people. So I'd be sitting with a couple of these guys, and they'd, be blabbing on about the bartender, or the boss, or the dealer, or the cook, the chef, the sous chef, the maintenance guy, the service people. There's 25 different positions in there, and you go in there and you start talking about a situation that happened, and they're telling you, this and this happened, and he was doing this, and it pissed me off, and blah blah blah. Or I've heard situations where somebody actually got hurt. Like this one time, I heard this story where, okay, I was a witness to this. I saw it actually. I saw the aftermath. Okay, so it's a big casino. I was walking, doing my rounds. I'm doing the expo thing. So I'm running food back and forth from the kitchen, and I'm responsible for taking care of the whole casino. So I do the rounds. So I'm walking around, and I hear this commotion over, by one of the card tables, and I walk over there, and there's this dude laying on the ground, full out, knocked out, no movement whatsoever, and his just face is just a bloody mess, and he's just drooling teeth in blood. Okay, he's not moving at all. And so, you know, I asked around, I asked all the security guards, you know, everybody saw it. Whoever saw it, I asked them, you know, what happened. And it turned out that this guy who, okay, this is where the rumors start, okay? I saw actual evidence of something, okay? Then I'm asking what happened, and at that point, even though I'm very privy to the scene of the crime or the scene of the event, I'm still getting secondhand knowledge at this point when I'm asking the security guard who witnessed it with his own eyeballs. So he says, okay, these two guys are playing poker together, and this one guy had a grudge against this other guy. Okay, and this one guy, the other guy did something in the game that this first guy didn't appreciate, or he thought he was rigging something, or he thought, you know, he was teaming up with a partner to fuck him over or something. You know, he made up whatever he made up to get pissed off about it, and he grabbed an empty beer bottle, came up behind this guy. Okay, the guy with the beer bottle is the smaller man and probably the less equipped man to survive in a fight. And shit, I overshot. And the guy he's attacking is bigger and, you know, like a muscle guy, or, you know. So anyway, he comes up. This guy is for some reason standing up, and then he attacks him from behind, hits him in the back of the head with the bottle, and he doesn't do what he should have ought to have done in sort of a attack like that, like a pussy attack. Essentially, he should have knocked him out so he couldn't turn around and beat his ass. Well, he didn't knock him out, and he did turn around and beat his ass. And then after he fell on the ground, he got kicked in the face with a steel-toe boot, right? And so he's drooling teeth and blood when I come over. So now my mind gets all these things. Red light. I almost witnessed an event right here. Guy just ran a blatant red light and almost got smashed. Okay. And I know a friend who died and ran into a stop sign right over here. None of which is relevant to this story, but we remember by association. Anyway, so I saw firsthand, I saw with my own eyeballs what part of what had happened. I didn't witness the actual event. I witnessed the aftermath with my own eyeballs. And then I talked to people who claimed to have witnessed the actual event, and their stories matched with what I saw with my eyeballs, and their stories matched, for the most part, what other people said that I talked to about this event. So in that case, I didn't have any cause or concern. I had no reason to call this event a false flag. Now, if somebody that was involved in the casino that was not there during said event, and they didn't see any of the commotion, they came the next day, and they heard stories, oh, this guy over here, he got smashed with a beer bottle, and he got his teeth knocked out and stuff. Okay. At that point, if the person that is being told that story has a concern to doubt the veracity of the claims of whoever they're talking to, then, okay, they may well call that a false flag event and say, well, this was all staged because whatever reason, make up any reason. This was staged because they want me gone and they know I'm afraid of blood. Anything. So, yes, you have a good, smart head, and you can make cognitive thoughts, and you can have good, intelligent thoughts, and you can connect dots and whatnot. We're all good at that, but unless you were there at the event, or unless you were directly connected with the planning of the event, before or after, or unless you were directly connected with someone who was there, once you remove yourself even one, it becomes less true, and then if you go two more removal, then it becomes the telephone game, and there's just nothing going on. So, okay, anyway, back to my original story. I wanted to make an idea here, not talk about false flags, because it's not so interesting. There's the obvious thing. Okay. Anyway, I have to make this thing in the mail too, and I think I'm running out of time, so I really have to cut this short. But okay, so false flags and whatnot, things. Okay, so anyway, if you go back to the idea that money rules everything. Cash rules everything around me, you know? Dollar bill, y'all. Dollar bill, y'all. Cash rules everything around me. Okay, the people in the streets know this. Everybody knows this. You know this. I know this. The rats know this. There's no one in the entire realm that doesn't know that cash rules everything here. Everything. Okay, everybody knows that. Now, if you take that and then you move one step further from that, okay, I'm not saying in any spiritual sort of a sense, although it is tied spiritually as well. It rules the physical activities that we see, and the stuff you buy, and the things you do, and the places that you hang out at, and what kind of security checkpoints you have to go through, and all this other stuff. Okay, it rules a lot of the physical activities around here. So, if you know and realize that everything is basically corrupt here, because it is, and if you feel like that it is, then you're right. This is my opinion. So if you have this vague inkling that everything is corrupt here, and that everyone is in bed with everyone regarding money, then it wouldn't be a tremendous stretch of the imagination to just see these sorts of things, assuming nobody died, okay? Possibly if somebody died. Assuming nobody died, this is just a contract situation. This company wants to sell crap. So we gotta scare people about crap that the thing they're selling is gonna fix. Okay? Previously, people are not scared about crap that this company is selling. Now, they're afraid there's a threat has been created that this product will solve. Okay? So, with all the gun stuff, you know, that's the normal kind of thing people harp about with false flag events, that, oh, you know, they're just hyping this event up because they want to take away all our guns. They want to make out guns to be dangerous. Of course, anybody should say, well, you know, the gun doesn't shoot anybody, the person shoots somebody. So taking away guns doesn't do anything, because if the person wants to hurt you, then they're going to hurt you. We might as well take away people's hands, because you can kill somebody with your hand. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. Simple contract situation. Hey, I need to sell widgets. People aren't buying my fucking widgets. So let's make them scared of the opposite of it. Okay, we'll do the job. Okay, we need 500 people. We need concert people. And if this job is worth, I don't know, millions of dollars, billions of dollars, you think you couldn't manage that? You probably could manage that. I don't know. And anyway, that was just an idea. And then I don't know anything about what goes on with these events. They're not very interesting. They're just programmed in anyway. If this is a simulation, or if there's a supercomputer running things, then the guys who are writing in, you know, we're gonna have this and this happen, and this and this happen, and then we're gonna make all the people like football, and then we're gonna make all the people need to do this and watch TV and blah blah blah. They write in their little magic book, and then it flows out over the realm. It's just programming, right? Let's program that a bunch of people get shot and killed at X, Y, and Z place, but we don't actually want to kill anybody because we know it's kind of mean, so we're just gonna make it look like it and then scare everybody and then sell some stuff, and business as usual. That's if you have an innocent mind like me. If you have a really dark mind, then you could factor in the actual killing and all this other stuff. That's up to you, though. Anyway, this is getting way too long. False flags. Yeah. Real events. Personally, I don't ever see anything happen here. Like, I never see anybody die, never see anybody get sick, never see anybody fighting. Never see anybody in animated discussions with each other. I see fucking robots doing this thing all the time. So if somebody decides to be violent around me or have a false flag event, well, so be it. Like, it's fun. It will shake things up a little bit. I'm not saying I want violence. I'm saying I would appreciate if something was happening and if the people were doing something with their lives, but they're not. See, at least me, I'm like having fun in my car and moving around and stuff. And, having fun all by myself. So anyway, I'm mailing out this book to Madeline. So Madeline, be expecting this Assuming the post office does its job correctly. Assuming I'm here on time. I don't know if I am. I spent so much time doing this and wasting time. Time. So, just don't be scared, peoples. All the manipulations happen through fear. So you meditate, become conscious, become aware of your present moment, and the boogeyman, the fart monster, dissipates away, and then you can just, do your stuff, do your thing.